First, fighting out of the blue corner, fighting out of triune by Crystal Creek, New South Wales. He officially weighed in at 68.4 kilograms with a fight record of 11 fights for 5 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brett the Blessed Brawler Jacobsen. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He is fighting out of M16 Fight and Fitness by way of Adelaide, South Australia. Trained by Kim Robinson. He weighed in at 68 kilograms with a fight record of 13 fights for 9 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Myles M16 Simpson. Fighters to the center of the cage.
Here we go. I'm excited about this one. We are exceedingly good at multitasking here at Eternal, and I'm thinking of getting rid of commentator Jaco Driscoll from... Don't jump in when I'm talking, mate.
Jaco Driscoll is the biggest pleb I've ever seen in my life. Now, we're
going to get rid of him. I'm taking over.
We are moving on to Brett Jacobsen taking on Myles Simpson. Hometown, you got Ben Vickers, Mitchell Tinley here on the commentary.
I was in charge until you turned up.
Myles Simpson, obviously the hometown boy. You were here the last time Eternal was here. Ryan Gray finished him quickly. Obviously, that was not the result he was looking for. How's Myles looking now?
He is looking exceedingly focused, and I have been backstage in the same corner, and he's looking sharp. I was talking with his coach, Kim Robinson, earlier in the week, and he said that he's never seen Myles so focused and switched on for a fight. So,
yeah, I interviewed him before the fight. It was the scariest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, he's got a point to prove. I feel like his adoring fans here in Adelaide. Last time out was supposed to be his comeback, so he's working hard to quell this Jacobsen takedown attempt at the moment.
Jacobsen, he's no slouch to Eternal, is he?
He is not. He's fought many times on Eternal. He's a veteran of the sport. He's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. He's called the brawler for a reason. He doesn't mind a brawl. Obviously, he's playing the smart game here, and I've noticed a lot tonight that the cage is in play. People are using the cage to nullify, and sometimes you don't see that as much these days in MMA. But
it is a smaller cage. Do you think that's one of the factors?
Yeah, definitely. With the smaller cages, it does benefit the wrestler as opposed to the striker. But you know, it's all about that movement and moving sideways as opposed to backwards and forwards. And you know, as Myles is doing here, defending really well. He's just going to look for a bit of clear air. He's reversed the position now. I expect Myles to shoot. Myles likes top position, even though he's got a storied Muay Thai background. He doesn't mind a bit of top position.
He's a purple belt himself.
Yeah, he'll be looking to take Brett down, land some ground and pound, and look to sink in a rear naked choke in the transition.
Oh,
or just knee him to death against the cage.
Well, his fight fixed. Looks like it's going the absolute opposite way, Mr. Ben Vickers, with Brett Jacobsen up against the cage. And Myles starting to land some hard knees.
At no point did I say I knew what I was doing.
I'm used to that very much with the Eternal MMA Uncensored podcast. You might recognise the two voices. Ben
Bring
Vickers
it back.
being very wrong. Myles Simpson now with the pressure up against the cage. As I say that, Brett Jacobsen, he could hear me, and he turned Myles around.
I just like Brett to use his head a little bit more. Get that head control. There he goes. It was as if he was listening to me.
We do forget the crowd's a little bit quieter. I think they can hear us sometimes.
It is very much like a pride crowd this evening.
I
very
like it.
Yeah.
They erupted when Myles Simpson walked out, so they are definitely here.
I think we can call this his official homecoming.
Yes.
But it'll be nothing than the noise that we'll hear if he ends up winning.
Now, Ben, for everyone at home, how hard is this pressure up against the cage? Guys have never done it before. What's it feel like? Is it resting?
No, it is 100%. You're carrying another man's body weight for a start. You're taking little shots all the time. The cage is exceedingly uncomfortable. It is. Imagine being on a tennis court and someone dragging you up and down the cage. Like it's like being in a cheese grater.
Brett Jacobsen is feeling those body shots.
Yeah, the knees to the body are taking their toll here.
He's going knee,
He's going
head.
up to the head.
Wow, Simpson unloading, and that Brett Jacobsen is moving. He's trying to stay alive.
There's no quitting this man.
He's trying to work. He is a brawler for a reason.
Brett has been around the game for a long time.
Gone back to those knees to the body. Jacobsen not willing to give it up.
He's took the back. This is one of Myles' specialities, the rear naked.
Benny Vickers' prediction might be coming true.
Now,
Myles Simpson.
I expect a grovelling apology from you, Mitch, if this happened.
You just give me a timestamp of when it was happening. Brett Jacobsen back to his feet. Of course,
sterling effort from Brett there.
I nearly called it prematurely. Brett Jacobsen, absolute brawler, tough as they come. It's a lot of, almost like when you do shoulder sparring and boxing. They're unloading on each other's bodies, it's almost negating the head.
It's a brutal fight, this one. It's a war of attrition at the moment. And, you know, Myles put a lot of effort into that finish, and hopefully he's still got some gas in the tank, and Brett has weathered the storm. It's gone a bit high on that hook around the head there.
He is cut. Brett Jacobsen is cut from one of those knees and elbows. Myles Simpson unloading.
I don't know why. He should have kept... Oh, there's the shot.
There's the Benny Vickers prediction. Oh, Myles looks like he's caught in another guillotine.
There is only 15 seconds left in this round.
Myles Simpson is going to look to hold out. It doesn't look too deep at all. He looks fully in control. Thumbs up to the referee.
Thumbs up, yeah. And he's still got a bit of room to play with there. He could post on his head and tripod.
And that is round one.
The end of an extremely exciting round there. Both men taking a bit of punishment, giving a bit of punishment. That's what we like. Back and forth battle. You've been in the cage. You've had more cage time, mate.
I'm actually still undefeated as well at 0-0. So, you know.
0-0. Right, that O's got to go, mate, and it might go tonight if you keep going on.
Yeah, in the win column. Right, we got Brett Jacobsen.
An O in the win column. You don't want that, mate.
Brett Jacobsen taking on Myles Simpson, round number 2.
So let's see if this ends up being straight back into the clinch, or Myles try and use that Thai boxing pedigree that he has.
Now those knees were super successful. Is he gonna look?
Oh, both boys look like they've recovered a little bit. Brett a bit slow in that shot there, but if he can get the head position and pummel him for an underhook, he's gonna. Yeah, there he goes. It's gonna be in a nice spot.
Myles was almost welcoming the cage dance that they're about to do.
Myles is definitely comfortable here. He uses the cage in a lot of his fights.
He's turned him.
Here he goes now.
This is almost identical to round number 1.
As soon as he feels that he's got the room, I would expect him to shoot again. However, he might have been told by his corner that he's having a lot of success with the knees, and he might start looking for the knees again.
Yeah, those knees to the body, that body head with the knee seems to be working extremely well for him. Now, Myles working the head pressure that you were hoping Jacobsen would do earlier in round 1.
Well, anyone that is with their back to the open space should be looking for head pressure, in my humble opinion.
Oh, Myles again. Every time Myles isn't going for head pressure, he's throwing the knees. So, Jacobsen looking to turn it, and Myles quick to turn him back around and keep the pressure up against the fence. Now, if you're Jacobsen, Ben, what are you looking to do here?
Well, I think he wants to get back to that dominant position against the cage. So he wants to pummel, reverse the position, and look to be having his head grinding Myles' face into the cage, as opposed to being the other way around. He's got a bit of space here. He had dominant head position for a second there.
It's just a grueling fight.
This is it's not dissimilar to Loga and Mini T, Daniel Williams, that Daniel had his back against the cage and was really ground down with the wrestling, which ended up...
The difference here being purple belt, brown belt, and Mini T was very much a white belt. And Brett Jacobsen turned him around. Both legs up. Well, he's going for the inside
foot
leg
stomps,
knee.
old school.
Old school.
Brett is a veteran.
You learned that at Eternal 1 of his 10 fights.
So yeah, here I'd like to see him just turn his head into Myles' ear and just force Myles to keep his head against the cage. But he used the space really.
Oh, Myles with a tough knee.
Myles is finding that space and using the space in the clinch area to drive knees into back.
Oh, the jumping switch knee.
There is no doubt in either of these men are tough as a teak coffin.
And you can hear the
hometown advantage
obviously coming into play for Myles Simpson with the crowd.
and it can be very sort of good for your cardio when you hear the crowd get behind you. It just gives you that extra little spurt.
This is a lot different to other events too, because we're in the wide arena, the titanium security arena. It is, you can hear every chant, everything that's said. It's not like summer. Oh, the body shot.
Body work.
Oh, this looks to be over soon. And it is all over. Myles Simpson gets a hometown win.
That was a clinical finish there from Myles Simpson.
Ben, tell him just how amazing that was. I gotta go do my job.
That is absolutely clinical finish there for Myles, working the body, going back up to the head, looking for the spaces, picking the shots. That was fantastic.
The referee stops action 3 minutes and 6 seconds into round number 2. If you're winning by TKO out of the red corner, Myles M16 Simpson. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the ever so tough Brett Jacobsen. Mate, this is your 10th Eternal fight, and what a brawl it was. It goes within the nickname. Talk us through.
I'm a bit buggered. Hey, well done to Myles' fans. Good vibe. Woo! Hats off to Myles, tough lad. Man, those knees. I didn't know whether to wince or I was admiring him. I don't know if he heard me. I was like, well, that was bloody good. Mate, I love it. Props to him. The better man for sure. He did well.
Now, mate, how good does it feel to fight, not just for Eternal on your 10th fight, but to do it in Adelaide in front of the crowd that, let's just say, was a little bit more towards Myles than you? How was that?
It was cool. First time I fought in the state. Thanks, Adelaide. Good place. Yeah, it was different. It was a bit getting used to. I had some dodgy scales. And at the end, I was overweight, had to go and hit it. But anyway, it was good. Good coming down here. Sorry to my peeps, but is it going on the vid? You know who's the vid person? Sorry, peeps, I did my best. He hits hard though.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And control position very well. Hats off.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brett Jacobsen. But without further ado, the man you're here to see, please welcome your winner, Myles M16 Simpson. Mate, first, got to get you to look at the camera, but the crowd, Jesus Christ, this whole crowd is here for you. How did it feel? Obviously, the first Eternal coming to Adelaide didn't go your way. How does it feel to finally get this hometown victory for your crazy fans?
Feels fucking amazing. Look forward to this moment for a long time. Thanks everyone for coming out. Muay Thai never dies.
Now, Myles, obviously your team, Eternal, coming to Adelaide, giving you this platform to obviously put on an amazing show. How does it feel not only coaching your team, having your team a part of it, but obviously you finally getting to be a part of all this and having a promotion in Adelaide?
It's awesome, man. I love it. I love fighting myself, but we got a team down there and we're building an army and we're going to be putting a lot of guys on Eternal and making some big waves. This is the only show you'll see me fighting on Adelaide. Fuck the rest.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we need. Myles M16 Simpson.